Let's do some dungeon crawl stone soup. I really don't know which session we're on. I do know that we have 3 runes from our lair branches, which were swamp and snake, and from slime. Take my cat away. Take my dancing boomies away. Pop this thing down, and here we are. Yeah. Okay, Yep, there's our 3 runes. Yeah, you had to wait until I started recording? So that this is on YouTube? Alrighty, alright, I'll do one real fast. I saw you lurking in the audience, so I just knew that, Alright, this is a handstand push-up for the YouTube people. I'll be right back. You're just trying to make sure that my shoulders stay incredibly strong. That's what's up. Going up. And going down. And back up. All right. Of course I waited. Yes. I figured you had just gotten comfy. Yeah, that was pretty much what it was. I had just kind of sat down and got all my stuff together. Hey, that's fair. You know, you can never do too many handstand push-ups, right? Get really strong doing those all day. Anyway, we've done vaults. We've done all of vaults. I believe I had just gotten to the point where all of my resistances were pretty good. We had popped off our Ring of Evasion in favor of Magic Resist. We have this Conjuration Staff. Hey, Outer what's up, man? We're training, let's see, it looks like we're... Yeah, we're training Necromancy up a little bit for the sake of Vile Clutch, which is a very powerful spell. And Fire Magic to 20. You know, the ideal situation is that we get Ignition online. I would love to get Malign Gateway online, but, you know, we have not enough of either of those schools, and no translocations at all, actually. Anyway, I had said we were going to go to Crypt. Why don't we go ahead and do that? We're basically just going to walk on through here. I am... Ooh, what are you? Just a heartbeat, not a caustic shrike. Anyway, there's a lot of zombies and skeletons in here, a lot of undead stuff. The reason I backed away from that one dude instead of just continuing to wallop on him is he had Pain Mirror up. You can see that in the combat log from them casting spells, or you can see the little symbol on the enemy to let you know that maybe you shouldn't be doing a ton of damage to them because it'll get mirrored back to you. Crypt is pretty easy. It's a place where you're gonna want to have a lot of magic resistance. There's just a lot of bad things that can happen. And having negative energy resistances is nice too. Shadow Dragon Skeleton. Oh, hello! So here is arguably the most dangerous thing in here. It's called a Curse Skull. This is, generally speaking, going to be your first interaction with the power known as Torment. Symbol of Torment will have your HP. You can't be immune to it unless you happen to be undead. So if you start as an undead character or you get Necromutation, you can be immune to it. Otherwise, you can really only be resistant. Instead of halving your HP, it'll do a certain percentage. If you have negative energy resistance, more negative energy resistance reduces it further, and being a gargoyle helps a lot too. We have a special resistance to it, but we are not immune. And when something's taking away a percentage of your HP, well, you can see how that can get bad fast. We're gonna Vow Clutch and see how this goes. Starburst? That is interesting that it walked off the screen. That was a Juggernaut skeleton. Okay, terrific. Let's go up. Okay. We got him with Irradiate. Irradiate's a good spell to deal with him. Looks like once your spell power goes up, you create less contamination with Irradiate. I don't think that used to be the case. Hello, Vampire Knight. Vampire Knights are scary, they can paralyze you, but this is why we walked in here with about a bajillion magic resistance. With that said, Mr. Phantasmal Warrior here... Oh boy, let's blink away from these dudes. Ah, Lord. Okay. Yeah, it's a very good power. Very, very good spell. Oh, right, he can paralyze me at range. We need to take this thing out. Let's Irradiate. That was actually pretty dangerous, what just happened there, because the Phantasmal Warrior can halve your magic resistance, which of course then makes you susceptible to paralysis. LRD is a fun tool for dealing with them. That does work. Take a little Pain Mirror damage if he's alone. I mean, once he's down, it's not like he's gonna have allies to finish me off, you know? Orb Guardian Zombie. Yeah, those didn't used to be zombie-fiable. What a bizarre thing. Actually running up the Zot clock in vaults. Have I seen slime zombies yet? No? Is that a thing? Alright, hello fella, who can apparently do shitloads of damage through my AC. 30 damage, huh? High MR on ghouls these days, so we really don't want to try to petrify him. Let's just pop on the old Vow Clutch. Get a lot of value out of our magic points that way. Wouldn't it be nice if we could, you know... actually, secure this damn landing? I think we've finally done it, though. The Vampire Knight. I don't need to be too worried about these guys as long as I keep myself, you know, in business with the MR, with the magic resist. Fireball does a shocking amount of work in here. These Eidolons have Bolt of Draining, but we're fairly resistant to negative damage, so I'm not too worried about getting drained. All it does is reduce my max HP a little bit, and that goes away as I gain experience. Draining used to be a lot more scary back when the game was better designed. It would reduce your skills. Hello, what the hell are you? Oh yeah, they changed the Revenant tile. These can be really spooky if you are undead, because they can do like 100 damage to you from 4 tiles away. It's kind of like having Crystal Spear, but that does nothing to me as a living man. I am the living man. Okay, not resistant to fire, so we'll just starburst a bunch. Hey, Vikai, thank you for the follow. Again, we Stair Dance a bit, we rest, get our mana back. Something you'll find yourself doing quite a bit if you play a caster and you're playing correctly, but especially if you're not playing a caster god, aka Sivmuna or Vehumet. You know, you'll find your mana really needs some help, but that's okay. Stair Dancing exists for a reason. This guy can flame me, he can take a big chunk of my HP away, but it comes back when you kill him. This guy has Iron Shot, he can do 75 damage to me a pop. We're gonna Fireball right here. Do you have Fire Resist? I forget. No. Still, we're gonna walk away. Tremor Stone's him. He Iron Shotted me and missed. Try to save my mana so I can get a... I want him to come up next to me, so I can do that. Oh, it didn't work because they cucked the spell. Okay. He can haste himself, which kind of gives him the ability to Iron Shot me twice, which is not a good time at all. Got him with the rod. Usually if you do the rod twice, you know, you stand a very low chance of not finishing off something that has low HP. It's one of the things I like about Lightning Rod. Anything that's consistent is very good in this game because so many things aren't. And the devs tend to like to remove anything that actually works consistently, which is kind of a shame. Dispel Undead and Death Channel. Spells I don't particularly care about on this dude. They're both Necromancy, which, I mean, it's just late in the game to be swapping. Unless it's something that's going to help me in Extended, you know. Which I suppose Death Channel kind of could. Kind of saw me maneuvering a little bit there just to make sure I get, you know, I'm hitting 2 things at once with my spells. This is a pretty good thing to do if you're trying to conserve mana. Are these real shops or are these all abandoned? Abandoned, 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 abandoned. Those aren't real shops. Ayo, those aren't real shops. There's a hat in there. The Spellbook of Topomancy, and it's got my Iron Shot in it. Too little too late, to a large degree. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. I guess I could take that over Orb. Probably a better spell than Orb, even though it's 1 level lower. Do we even have any amnesia? You're gonna say what? Don't do anything. You better stop me. I mean, I could just permanently mute you from the Twitch. I know what you're referring to. Don't get my account banned. Anyway. So, like, this guy is a huge ghost. Dealing with him is going to be absolutely miserable. 9 scrolls of vulnerability. We'll just use one of those. Good evening, Mr. Elstrom. Take him out with a radiate. Now we will evoke Blink. Now, how do we kill this thing? I don't know why I thought I was going to use vulnerability on him. You cannot petrify a ghost. I was like, oh, I'll just vol him and then cast petrify, but yeah, that doesn't, that's not going to work on an incorporeal thing. I suppose we could probably orb him to death. It's just going to be mildly annoying. BVC also doesn't work. Let's get him out in the open so the orb has a lot of room to travel. There we go. Hat of Sea Invisible, which I think I already had, but yeah, I have that on my staff, but it's another +1. We gotta wear a hat and not a helmet right now, because we have horns at the moment, due to an unpleasant mutation. Hey Freth, thank you for the follow, man. Was that a... Yeah, that's a Juggernaut skeleton. What a nightmare. Let's go to a different downstairs. Hello, let's take you up. Let's BVC you, so that's working on you. Then we'll Starburst. Starburst and BVC seems like a pretty okay combination, considering that BVC will nuke the evasion of the enemy. Hey, Loveworm. Yeah, the Vow Clutch spell that Gamma Funk put into the game and then never bothered to balance. So now it's still just horrendously overpowered even now. This is really annoying that there's a couple of Phantasmal Warriors here. Okay, good, they're gone. That Juggernaut skeleton, we don't want to mess... Juggernaut zombie, I should say, we don't want to mess too much with him. Let's go upstairs, our mana is lacking. A math brainlet. Let's talk to Orin. He'll get you sorted out. Hell no, we're going up. That thing can torment us and we don't want to be next to stuff. You know, Shard Shrike skeletons, Juggernaut zombies, things like that can do more damage than you might think. Okay, I don't know why I was making a beeline toward the tomb like I was going to go into it, but we're marked now. Shadow Wraiths are just kind of a melee guy. You know what? We're marked. How about we be clever and pop on Brilliance here? my lord. Yeah, so this is where we would definitely use a holy word under normal circumstances. Because we can get, I mean, good lord, we could get tormented twice. It would just be just a nightmare. Why did they have to remove that? Well, it'd also be a good place for ignition. It's going to be fog to block line of sight. It's going to be telly. We take a step this way to avoid the, you know, the complications from... Yeah, holy word is gone. Wonderful, right? But yeah, I didn't want to get tormented, so I stepped into the fog. Two chunks of fog, 2 tiles of fog will stop things from being able to see you. We drink a potion of healing. We're no longer marked, so that's nice. Alright. So technically he could kill us in one shot now. Because he could hit us with 2 iron shots, which would be unpleasant. Fog would probably block line of sight to him, but then he would just walk right up and start doing stuff to us again. Technically, blinking will let us out of here. Guaranteed. In fact, it's the only way to be 100% safe. I think I'm just... Frankly, I feel comfortable using a potion petition. Haste and heal. Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, that'll put us at the same speed as him, so he can't BS us. Cool. So there was our first, how do you like it? There was our first potion petition. Got him with the Starburst. Alright, we're officially safe. We got this upstairs. Let's shout for a while. You know, just stabbing a juggernaut skeleton to death, because that totally makes sense, right? Oh no, Flightbird. You should probably protest. Gotta complain to somebody. Hello, guy. I just kind of stepped away and rested, and he wandered off. Ring of the Moon! You know, I don't care about the Ring of the Moon. That's a Randart. Alright, fine. We'll just have a little kung fu battle, little matrix battle with this staff. My red boots make it look like an empty HP bar when your real status bar is gone due to being full. Yeah, I guess it's. I think that's the bottom of my cloak actually, as well. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, this is a regular Lich. He can slow you, but he actually can't for me. He can do almost 100 damage with his Bolt of Cold, more like 90. You know, and then like 9 times 18 with the Orb of Destruction, which is you know, like 160 some damage. If he's doing it from far away. Let's step into that, actually. He fizzles it with another orb, so that's okay. Mr. Curse Skull is obnoxious. Let's, he says he's very resistant to fire, so... Vile Clutch should... Oh, that's open! How the fuck is that open? Is that not a ruined gate? Okay. Telly. That didn't quite work, but that's okay. Happy to burn a telly in that position. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the new Lich tile. Let's take this dude down with the... Oh, that's not gonna work. Clutch is working on him. We're out of space to use Irradiate because our contamination is up. Yeah, maybe Loveworm. Alright. Resistant to electricity, very resistant to fire. Iron Shot would be good here. Wouldn't it be nice if we had actually memorized Iron Shot instead of not memorizing it? That would have really resolved this problem. I guess we'll use point blank orbs and do no damage. Maybe we'll just melee him. Fuck this, let's go up. Got him with the Irradiate. Okay, let's make sure that doesn't happen again. The flavor text for Starburst is, there isn't flavor text for spells. Releases penetrating bolts of fire from the caster in every direction. It's just bolts of fire, you know. Oh, you're right. I guess they were too lazy to add flavor text then. Yeah, I don't know. It's only the old spells that have flavor text, I guess. So I'm standing here shouting with TT. I want to attract things to this staircase if I can. I mean, not all of them are necessarily high-minded, but they're at least off the beaten path, you know what I mean? And I don't think the share zone is particularly off the beaten path. Oh, there's this funny thing where you go in and you get marked. Let's exclude that off with Shift E, Shift X, and then E. Okay, terrific. Normally I would want to dig through these grates, but I don't have digging. It doesn't really exist anymore. I mean, it does, but it's a lot rarer than it used to be. So we'll step in. We'll let this mark go off. It'll lure whatever else is in this damn floor. I guess that was it. Once I step here... I mean, I have no way of... there are means of damaging things that are behind those grates, but we don't have them. So instead we have this bullshit to deal with, so let's just teleport. I don't want to deal with the Ancient Lich at the same time as all this crap. Okay, there's the Ancient Lich. Let's go up. We have one Lich left and one Ancient Lich. Alright, there's the Ancient Lich. He has Paralyze, excuse me, he has Petrify, which we are immune to. He's got Crystal Spear. We're gonna do the Wombo combo, the ultimate combo of Vile Clutch and Iron Shot. Iron Shot can miss, but it does a ton of damage. Technically, we could do more damage with the Orb of Destruction, but, you know, not a lot. Not a lot more. Max 90-21. Currently, we're doing 90-13. Iron Shot is doing 99, you know, but it's like, it's not reliant upon traveling a certain distance, so Iron Shot's our #1 guy. He's our top guy, you might say. Okay. The only thing I can really think of wanting to use Orb on at this point are like maybe ghosts that I really need to avoid the evasion and can't BVC to nuke it. Don't care about the Ring of Magic Power. Sure, Mr. Ostrom, we have Swamp Slime and Snake. Whoa. Oh, whoa, I'm Malcolm's top guy? No way. Whoa. Alright, Staff of Air artifact has all kinds of fun things on it, but I don't care about air magic, so... Got a Scroll of Acquirement, let's read that bad boy. That is a quarterstaff with MR++ on it, but you know what? I'm pretty happy with my Staff of Conjuration. So yeah, I think we're just gonna get some gold. Can't have too much gold on a Gozag character. We see the Unrand Demon Blade Leech. What the fuck does Evervamp mean? Why did they do that? Fills its wielder with rage and suffering of souls and gorges itself further on drained life. Drained life force every time it strikes, leaving behind a mess of blood and gore. I think that just means that, yeah, Evervamp, it heals its wielder for a portion of the damage dealt every time, whereas on regular Vamp, there's a chance it doesn't do anything. I don't know why they started calling it a specific thing. We haven't found Vampire's Tooth, and I don't think you can look up Unrands. Oh, yeah, you can. It has Mega Vamp. Okay. Very, very well. Anyway, we sadly didn't find anything really handy in here. Which is okay. It's just unfortunate, that's all. We don't have it. It's a thing that just drains more life than usual. It's on a Unrand called Vampire's Tooth that didn't spawn. It's not something we would care about even if we found it, you know. Not on this character. I mean, I suppose we'd probably use the dagger, but only for stabbing. Okay. Rogue's Tooth. I'll give you toxoplasmosis and mess with your brain. Is that sword ever good as in a slam pickup win run good? I mean, if I found it early in the game, you better believe I'd use it. It's a +8 Demon Blade. You know what I mean? On the other hand, it seems that they have given it harm, so... I'm gonna say that's never worth using. Like, maybe at the beginning of the game, because +8 is a lot, but harm is even more terrifying than usual in the early game. Oh yeah, yuck. Why would they give that harm? That's trash now. Yeah, I'm gonna say avoid that. I'm gonna say pretend you didn't find that under just about any circumstances. Harm is not a good... Harm increases the amount of damage you take by a percentage, and also the damage you deal by a percentage. So it's like, it's fun, but if you're playing for win rate, it's never really a winning proposition, you know? Well... Well... Oh wow, we have Crystal Spear. Very rarely worth getting Crystal Spear. Do we have Ignition castable yet? 16% chance on the old Ignition. Where are points requests for games? Those are turned off for now. I decided I really didn't want to play DCSS unless I was being paid actual money to do it. And I had like too many games in my backlog that I'm supposed to be playing that I didn't really want to add more for the time being. All right, so do we want to do Vaults 5, or do we want to go ahead and do Depths 1 through 5? Oddly enough, I feel like this character is going to have a better time in Depths. Which is strange. But it happens to be the case. I truly wish I had some... I truly wish I had an Amnesia scroll, because I would probably Amnesia off Orb of Destruction. I would pick up... I would pick up... something. I'm going to train spellcasting Fire Magic, Earth Magic, and Shields, by the way. Just taking Fire to 20. Let's go to Dungeon. Let's go to Depths. Let's go up. Let's rest. Let's go down. Iron Shot. Takes down most things. Yep. Maybe we're back on that Earth plan, baby. Hey yo girl, we back on that Earth plan. Alright, Balrogs can smite you, but they can also do a bunch of fire damage. We have a ton of fire resist, so I'm not too scared of them. One shot him with the old Wombo combo. Yeah, we have LCS, I'm just probably not going to use it, that's all. Because it's like... I mean, what is the point of a spell that does so much damage, but can only be used really, really close to you? I mean, it's handy, I suppose, in very narrow situations. I would certainly use it against orbs of fire. It does an absolutely tremendous amount of damage. I wouldn't say they ruined it. It's just like I've never been a fan of it because it only has 3 range. Maybe 4, actually. Whereas Iron Shot can be used at 6 range. And like if something has traversed the distance between 6 and 4 and it's not dead from being Iron Shotted, you've probably made a mistake. The mana cost is more by 2. I mean, I don't know. Hello, Deep Troll Earth Mage. He's able to LRD me. The Deep Troll Earth Mage points at you and mumbles some strange words. You shatter. Youch. That's because I'm a gargoyle. You watched the VOD from the other day, and you have to disagree regarding the one elf's unique things. Thing about not being able to distinguish where metal begins and skin ends. What are you saying? The unique that I found? I don't think she was an elf. I think she was some other species. Book of Armaments. Oh yeah, there's a new spell, Animate Armor. Summoning an Earth. That would have been handy to find earlier. She was an elf. Oh, I see. Okay. Okie dokie. Another Staff of Air. I just don't care very much. I picked up the Potion of Healing. Gotta watch out for those floating eyes. There's a reason why my screen flashes whenever they do anything. Because they're top tier threats. They can paralyze you, you know, regardless of your defenses, your willpower, which I call magic resistance, due to it being a better name for it and what it used to be called, and still is called in superior versions of the game. I'm gonna melee this for a second just so I can get them all in the bolt of hands, and then we'll use Starburst, demonstrating again just how hilariously overpowered Vile Clutch is. Let's melee a bit. Fairly dangerous enemy, the Spark Wasp, especially if you don't have, you know. Oh lord. I used Cause Fear because I don't want to fight all this shit. Alright, there you go, guys. I cast Cause Fear. Cause Fear has been cast. The Earth Trolls are actually really spooky as a gargoyle. Check your bingo boards. The dev said MR helps against eyes. Does it? I mean, it does against the golden eyes. But the last thing I heard from the devs about them was Gamma Funk trolling some newbie, trying to tell him that he did not need magic resistance in slime. Just like brutally tricking some poor kid. Oh yeah, I know, Mr. Ostrom. Nice. Scroll of Amnesia. Okay. Alright, goodbye, Orb. You served me well. Friendship ended with Orb of Destruction. Ignition is my best friend now. Is there a way to force this to organize by level like it should be? Like, what the hell? I guess it's not even alphabetical. Why the fuck is it in this order? Is it in the order that I found it in? How does this make sense? Bruh. Oh my lord. It's organized by failure rate. Okay. I don't know about that. Has it always been like that? I don't remember. It's been too long. Plasma Beam is a new spell. I would say it's probably pretty good, but not necessarily for this character who does not have any air. It's kind of interesting, I guess, that it's not a conjuration spell, because it probably should be fire-air conjuration. It's I'm not a fan of it because you don't get to aim it at what enemy that you want. Apparently it hits just the most distant one, but it does fire and electric. Looks like it does an absolute ton of damage, so, I mean... And I guess you could use it in a hallway, would be the meme here. Oh yeah, it's definitely better than Lightning Bolt in terms of damage. And, like... It's, you know, you're getting a lot of better mana economy out of it. But, losing control from my spells makes me a bit sad. I am sure that if I was playing an air guy, you know, if I had gone down that path, we would have ended up using that and playing around with it, but... Book of the Moon. Oh my god, I love the silence spell. We need to get that. That is our get out of jail free card in certain situations. Yeah, fair enough, Gridgem. I should probably get Portal of Galubria. Scroll of Silence, hell yeah, you can never have too much silence. This Boots of Stealth, but I'd rather have Dexterity. Why do I need to be stealthy? Let's buy all this Curing. I'm probably not going to use the Might Potion. Let's buy it anyway. Good old Ashen Zari altar over there. Let's make sure we swap right now. Yeah, that is Searing Ray. But I don't understand why you're comparing that to the, I mean, you could at least aim that from the start. Dig Wand. Dig Wand is good. I guess I'll take the Roots Wand, too. I could purchase all that Charming, but we've got plenty. I'll just put it on the buy list by holding Shift and pressing, you know, one of them. Good night, Mr. Ostrom. Yeah, Plasma Beam is not aimable, it just hits whatever's furthest away, so I could see it being very good in a hallway and very bad in a lot of other situations. But it seems to do a stupendous amount of damage, so... Ah, we could pop up into hell real quick. Vestibule, take the... Oh, hey, it's Wizlab time, baby! Yeah, baby! And it looks like we spawned in right next to it, I think. I magic map to get a look. Once our shields are 15, we're going to switch to the Kite Shield, by the way. We're also going to enchant the Kite Shield. What am I looking for still? We've got everything we could ever want for the sake of a regular 3 or 4 rune game. Like, we're totally good. For Extended, I would love to have Necromutation and get that online, despite the fact that it represents a outrageous amount of training. Probably won't happen, but it might. Yeah, there's a Sky Shark now. It's just like a melee monster, basically. .75 HP, middling AC and EV, moves quickly, attacks at normal speed for a lot of attacks, but then it can go berserk. It is a Sharknado reference, I think. Oh boy. Yeah, you got Malmutate. I remember you. Poison Cloud. These are high-level demons from Pandemonium. Because this guy can Malmutate, let's take him down fast. Wow. Okay, the pink guy in the back here can also Malmutate. We tried to use hands on him and it just didn't take. Let's try again. It is ironic, isn't it? Have you ever heard this tale of Darth Gamafunk the Bad Dev? It's not a story the DCSS devs would tell you. Why am I trying to use fire on the smoke demon? What am I doing? I'm immune to poison, so I don't care about that gas. I'm gonna lightning rod this dude to take him out. You hear the urgent crackle of a very distant portal. You know what? It just occurred to me, this is a portal to hell. That is not a portal. That is not a whiz lab. The whiz lab is over here behind it. The fuck am I doing? God damn it. I'm gonna miss this whiz lab portal. Is there a faster way down? Yeah, there is. Hear the frantic crackle of a very distant portal. Well, this isn't the portal, this isn't the staircase I wanted, but... let's just see if we can make it. Maybe we've cucked ourselves. I forgot how quickly this runs out. I'm gonna drink a brilliance. Oh, it's active. Just diving in face first to this portal. Wardenor's Mausoleum. I don't know if I remember this one. So we're gonna chill out next to the exit. And rest. Certainly gonna be liches and torment and all kinds of crap like that in here, I'm sure. I'm seeing crypt enemies so far. We get to learn about this together, but you know what? I don't really care about being unspoiled, so why don't we just, let's see. Borgnor's Mausoleum. Swarms of crypt-level undead enemies rest in this mausoleum. Lost souls occasionally spawn when you kill things. Halazid warlocks guard the necromancy-themed loot. Okay, this is new, I think. I have no memory of this place. What's up, buddy? The wall tiles do look pretty cool, I have to admit. Just gonna let Bone Clutch deal with these guys to some degree. I really don't like the fact that he's hasted. But there's nothing I can do about that other than go to war, basically. Why don't we pop out a Battle Sphere? Reminds you of Terraria. I could see that. I'm gonna use exclamation point to make this fireball happen. Alright, this fella's going down. We're gonna iron shot him. Oh, there's more. Alright, it is what it is. AA. Okay, we got cucked a little bit. I wanted to get, like, haste and magic. Sometimes you can't always get what you want. But if you try sometimes, you get curing and magic. Magic and Berserk is the play. Naturally. Okay, so I took a couple steps back, and now we're going to use Starburst. Yeah, I'm sure I'm mush-mouthing it. So, like, we're hanging out by the entrance, you know, because why not? But that doesn't mean I'm gonna actually leave at any point. It's just like a safety. Like, if things get truly terrible and I feel like I might lose, then it's always an option to leave. Don't think that you're married to that loot. You know what I mean? Caustic Shrike Zombie. Big damage possible. I think they just let their cats wander over the keyboard. Trying to get out of sight of the, Is he the boss that does Death's Door and Revivify? Does that exist? Is that a thing? The Lost Soul sacrifices itself to reknit the Revenant. I've always hated this, the fact that if the fireball or whatever AoE hits the wrong thing first, because that would have killed the Lost Soul, you know? Let's pull back. I'm not gonna drink a potion of might. What are you, a spectral titan? Oh man. Oh man! Can I melee him down? Yes, I can. This is the hands man. He's the man to blame for this overpowered spell, huh? Wouldn't say it's my finest moment meleeing a series of spectral titans with a -4 to my slay, but what are you gonna do? Crypt of hands, every step hands. Alright. You just randomly get Vaw clutched. I mean, that would be a very dangerous portal vault for sure. Could be fun, to be honest. So yeah, watch closely about like which spell I'm choosing to cast when, because it's always designed, it's almost always designed to you know, keep me in business with you know, my mana. So check this out. I took a step here so he couldn't see me. Okay, now I have carefully, you know, while he couldn't see me, I had a couple turns to make a battle sphere and arrange my positioning a little better. Then I moved back here to put my battle sphere between me and him, so if he tries to iron shot me, it's going to have to go through my battle sphere. He just moved forward, though. My battle sphere is still around, it's just off camera. Yes, Loveworm. I think it would be challenging, let me put it that way. It would be, I could think of some interesting ways to make it a challenge, like put deep water in little puddles, various places in the portal zone. And then, like, you go on that and you're immune. So, like, flying characters would be rewarded. People who know how to use potions of flying would be rewarded. Man, if I was in charge of DCSS, there'd be so much cool stuff in this game. You have no idea. High-level tactical decisions. But instead, you get this boring little mini crypt. Oh my god. It's just a lot of crap in here. What an odd decision to make the Lost Souls only show up when you kill things. Like... Seems like most of the time what's happening with it is, oh shit. Get out of here, Halazid Warlock. No, that was a Halazid Warlock. They're the same guys from Desolation of Salt. But yeah, for the most part, the Lost Souls are just showing up after the fight's entirely over, and then messing with my rest. But not actually creating any kind of challenge. I'm actually fairly drained, which is unfortunate considering we do have resist negative. Boss Borg should have 1000 HP. Yeah, and then cast Revivify. Okay, we got the Kiss of Death spell, which is probably garbage, if I had to guess. I think that's that one incredibly goofy spell that Reavers start with, which drains the hell out of you. It's a level 1 spell, and it only can be used in melee. He was not here, Loveworm. He did not exist. But yeah, a big HP boss that can get all that HP back would be kind of interesting. Like the guy from Coquetus, only with a big heal spell. Have to anti-magic his ass to have a hope of killing him. It looks like we got literally nothing out of this place. What a ripoff. I mean, I think there was that book. Wow. Should call this the Cuck Lab, not the Wizard Lab. Sure wish it was Fleshworks, so then we would have a grand and wonderful reward for our trouble. Yeah, I know, right? Oh boy, Kiss of Death. Did we get Necromu by any chance? No. No Necromutation. Does Necromutation even exist anymore? I wouldn't put it past these people to take it out. No, it seems to exist. Alright, I'm gonna roots this guy. We've run out of mana. Stay roots, please. I'm gonna make a box of beasts. My mature beast dies. It's Tremor Stones. Just Magic Dart. Forever manaless, not maidenless. Is it? What do they change it out for? Is it just that shapeshifter thing? Probably still exists, it's just like, you know. Talismans. Does he do anything manly at all? I mean, he defeats Ganondorf again. He spends some time cross-dressing, though. Alright, just finishing out depths, just trying to get some experience here. Oh, hello! Hello! Hello, Boris. With your old iron shot. Why don't we, let's go up to avoid that orb. Let's go back down. Constantly wrecks his weapons over the enemy's heads. That's true. God, what was with that mechanic? Like, I understand what they were going for, and I got used to it eventually, and I can understand, I guess, why they put it in there, but, you know, it just felt kind of odd. The final boss is like a, yeah, he's like a big giant pig. Honestly, the final boss was weird because his final form was, I guess, more of a victory lap than an actual boss, where you're on a horse kind of riding around beneath him. I don't know, I enjoyed Breath of the Wild, I did. I think they did the whole giant open world thing about as well as you could possibly do it in a single player game. I mean, I would say that the shrine mechanic was like, they made so many of them that, you know, if the game had had maybe 6 more months of development, they could have made them a little more interesting, but the problem is they kind of had to basically like cut and paste some of the shrines. But I can totally understand why they did that. You know, you're on a time, you know, you got a deadline. Okay, I'm just like magic darting him from far away because I don't particularly want to get iron shotted by him. But yeah, I'll just finish him with my iron shot. You cannot defeat me so easily. I'm gonna pop on my kite shield. And it looks like I can still cast all my stuff, so that's some good news. Yeah, baby. We'll drop the buckler, and now we actually have a decent amount of SH. It's very, 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 very good to have SH in this game. If you find a buckler, even though wearing a shield does mess around with your ability to cast, absolutely you should use that buckler. If you find a kite shield, formerly known as a medium shield, which frankly I like the old name better, very quickly tells you exactly what it is. Regardless, if you find that, you might want to be a little more conservative and perhaps not use it immediately. Because that will actually impact your casting a good bit without any training, but we can defeat you only slightly less easily. I mean, Boris will come back now, every so often. Well, just the way that SH is programmed in this game, even having a little bit goes a long way. You are, I don't want to say virtually guaranteed to block the first attack, but it's a really high chance, even with a little bit of SH, like more than you would think. Golden Dragon, I forget, are you immune to fire? No, you're not. Just resistant. Okay, Vow Clutch. The whole Vow Clutch then melee a little bit strategy is a nice way to conserve mana. Yeah, if you're getting attacked by a bunch of things at the same time, your shield is a lot less likely to work for the second attack, third attack, fourth attack. You know, the chance of blocking goes down the more attacks you've blocked that turn. But the very first one, you have a very excellent chance, and so sometimes what you'll see me doing is being very careful about the way that I, the way that I take enemies out, like the order in which I do this. What the fuck is this? A walking crystal tome. You conjure living spells 2 times 3d94. You're telling me this could do 200 damage? It creates living crystal spear spells? Are you... Is this like a joke? $100 HP. Hear a loud rustle. Well, my jimmies are rustled. A living crystal spear spell. Waiting to cast itself. Okay, so you can destroy it with a magic dart. How's the... Okay, fire does damage to it. I was doing magic dart with the battle sphere behind me, hoping it would be smart enough to take a step forward and fire with me. But that was how I was getting its attention, you know. Yeah, wow, this is dangerous. Check their defenses again. 1 EV. I'd like to do ignition. What do you mean no susceptible monsters in range? It is immune to poison, negative energy, and torment, resistant to drowning. Insubstantial and immune to ensnarement. If I try to use Fireball, it says no susceptible monsters in range. Is this just a bug? Yeah, it's a bug. Wow, thanks for testing your code, DCSS devs. Really, really cool. Really radical. Truly the most competent devs. Yeah, if you got teleported next to one of those, you'd probably... Well, hold on. Okay, silence doesn't help against the living spells themselves. You could use a scroll of silence, basically, is what you'd want to do. Probably. Yeah, read silence immediately is one get out of jail free card there. I mean, it seems like if you have AoE though, it's pretty. I mean, as much as I'm bitching and moaning, I actually think that is a fun enemy. You know, they have appropriately made the living spells easy to take out. If they made them tanky at all, that would have been a horrendous design decision. But they have 4 HP and, like, no defenses. So, I'm totally okay with that enemy, actually, and think it's kind of neat, in fact. I don't like the fact that there's a bug related to it. But, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Expect the crawl devs to be competent? Not me, not never. Oh boy. So this is kind of funny because they have, these are living smite spells. The books themselves just have big HP. The defenses aren't that amazing. But they have beefy enough HP that you're going to have to kind of go back and forth with them for a couple minutes. So I think that's a surprisingly well designed enemy. A Christopher Walken. Living petrify spells. Wow. Looks like I don't care about that. Cool, 16 charges of digging. That would have been really useful earlier, but I'm happy to have it now. By the way, we're still training our shields to 15 to mostly eliminate the penalty from the medium shield that we have on. I think we might actually be... Are we immune to flaying on account of being a gargoyle? I don't think so. Yeah, pretty much. I think they use a recolored version of the Foxfire sprite, actually. Hey, thanks for the follow, Grease. The fuck kind of name is this? VV? VV the Exile. Is he supposed to be like a robot man? One of the Stoneborn, formed untold aeons ago with supreme command over Hrock. Her people shelter deep within the living earth, so whatever has forced Vivi into the oppressive openness of the dungeon must be dire indeed. It's me. But whatever it is, she's not talking. Okay, whatever. Hit for 35. Here we go. Okay, let's look at the resistances first. First of all, actually, let's look at the... No, it's fine. I've always said it's fine if they want to put new characters into the game or whatever. Like, I get that it's probably for a purpose, you know, an ideological thing, but I don't give them shit about this if it's a new character. Oh yeah, okay, fair enough. Well, you're welcome to have your own opinion on it, but it's like, when these people, I think it's when they're truly behaving badly is when they take an existing character and then, you know, do some kind of swap to it and then pat themselves on the back so furiously that like they tear a hole in their shirt, you know. It's just like asinine. Anyway, this is a completely new character. So the first thing I'm going to look at is the defenses. I see massive amount of HP. I see massive amount of AC. Pretty good EV. And excellent magic resist. So hugely defensive hunk of rock here. Going to be real obnoxious to take down. Immune to poison, to be expected. It's like a rock person. Immune to negative energy, immune to torment, okie dokie. Resistant to electricity, fire, cold, and drowning. So we could do fire to her, just not much. Yeah, Loveworm, there's nothing particularly feminine about this tile. Okay, she can hit for up to 35 damage, which is pretty okay for this point in the game. Deal up to 69 extra cold damage if damage is dealt, and so a second hit for 35 damage to deal 46 extra fire damage on top of that. So it's a tremendous amount of damage. You cannot silence her spells, apparently, so that's a problem. Looks like she's not fast or slow. She's speed 10. She's got Eruption, which is the Kazlal single target kind of explosion, 75 damage. Creeping Frost. I think Eruption's fire damage. Creeping Frost, cold, 90 damage. That's only next to walls. Pyroclastic Surge. If there happens to be lava next to me, she can do like 90-some damage to me. This is a tough enemy. The play here, 100%, is to Vile Clutch and just Iron Shot to death, basically. I really want to be hasted, though. You know? It'd be cool if we could anti-magic her somehow. Hey, maybe... this character would be a really good target for that new spell that we found, that Enfeeble spell. Well, maybe not, actually. No, it'd be good. Yeah, because you get the anti-magic regardless of if it gets through the MR or not. This would be a perfect target for that. This is just a lot of damage that's possible here. Why don't we take a step away? I'm going to preemptively use a Potion Petition. Okay, I'll take Resistance, Might, Haste, and Heal Wounds. Dump 1,000 gold into that. I am fine with that. We're going to suck down a Brilliance. Okay. Now, I have to be careful here because the fact is I cannot silence to get out of this if things go badly. So, I'm 100% willing to, like... Oh, Lord. Okay, God, that's smiting, isn't it? God damn it. Alright, I was hoping there wasn't, like, a ton of crap sitting here. But there is. Let's Vile Clutch. Let's Phantom Mirror her. Little buddy there. Will benefit from the fact that nothing has EV while it's being hands did. Bring out the beasts. I've got an escape plan. If needs be, I'll like blink over here, I guess, and get out. But hopefully that won't be necessary. I want this very ugly thing out of my way. I'm tempted to move down. I'm actually tempted to use the Wand of Light. In fact, I will. Let's do that. Let's see. You know, I think the blind is not impacted by MR at all, so... Feel a surge of power from a mutation. Oh wow, she's blinded. Huh. Could possibly get some stabs in there. She's also an interesting target for vulnerability scroll, but I bet you she's immune to petrify, it just doesn't say. Okay, do I care more about taking down this Vampire Knight or finishing her off? She's only lightly damaged. I think I gotta take out this guy next to me. Bolt of negative energy from the old Vampire Mage. Okay. Vampire Knight next to me is gone. Trying to count up all the damage that's possible next to me right now. It's not too bad. The fact that she's blinded is good. We still have Brilliance, we still have Might. Iron Shot, 61% power with our Brilliance up. Iron Shot hits VV for 3 exclamation points worth of damage. 76% chance to hit. Goes to 100 when I have her rooted. God, the haste is nice here. Imagine doing this fight without haste. Haste is where it's at, my friends. She's no longer blinded, but I think we're just gonna go for Iron Shot. This is a place where Crystal Spear would actually be handy. Fast jazz hands, yeah. Took a little bit of damage, not too much. Oh, piss. Okay, Mr. Flayed Ghost will take a step back so he can't see us. Vivi does not escape from the clutches. Almost destroyed. And down. Eat shit! Okay. Reasonably tough fight, actually. Oh shit, well. Looks like it's not chasing us. This is just a walking earth tome. I can't be petrified, so... Can you even melee me? I can hit for 50 damage, actually. That's no joke. Hello, what are you? You're a Frostbound Tome? Conjure living spells of ice... Ooh, Ice Blast. Cool. It looks like kill holes work really well on those living spell tomes. I appreciate that unique though. Like that unique was reasonably well designed in terms of just it was an actual challenge that you need to think through. You can't just tab into that. Probably not going to have a good time if you try to tab into that on most characters. I'm sure that a Minotaur with Arga and some very good plate mail would be fine, but you can O-tab Orbs of Fire on those sometimes, so... Alright. There's a robe of the Archmagi, which it would be nice to have another pip of spell power, but this ring mail is kind of keeping me alive right now, so I don't think that's going to happen, my friends. Deva. Interestingly, I went to auto-explore after breaking the Deva out, and it didn't. How was the fight? Oh, we died. Streak's over. Is this going to be the Enchantress, I wonder? Or is this just a generic pack of Spriggans? Yeah, Vile Clutch and Iron Shot is, was the way, but we made sure to haste and, we hasted and Brillianced first. Hey, look, it's our buddy. What did he say this time? This isn't over yet. A white draconian. Boris just wants to sell me something. Doesn't everybody? God damn it. You can't keep me banned forever. Just making sure angels don't do anything funny. Do you have a anti-magic thing or something? Why is my mana so completely cucked? Server's lagging a little bit. Oh, are they? He's resistant to electricity. Whoops. Alright, we'll roots him. Roots him again. There we go. Good lord, what an obnoxious fight. Actually, I don't remember, I don't remember a single angel being that obnoxious. I'm sorry, are you a... Okay, you're not Menace, you're just a regular old Deva. I see a message, do I dare click it? Menace the Menace. He's not fooling around. Mana is low. Let me check Deva defenses I've forgotten. No fire resist. Has that shield, so you don't want to try to Iron Shot him. I almost want to teleport. This is getting somewhat silly. My lack of mana here. You know what we could do is we could just dig to win. Wow. escapes. Is he fast? They're not fast, so I actually don't understand what's happening here. Somehow I BVC'd him. He was grabbed by the hands, and then he got a turn on me. Somehow he got a turn on me. That was weird. Like, he moved forward and got out at the same time, which I don't remember being possible, but it's been a while. Could simply be confused, I guess. Hold on, let me check something real fast. Okay. I was making sure that nice gentleman wasn't spamming racial slurs into my chat. I wouldn't put it past somebody like the only dude I've ever had to block from my in-game chat, AOAE. This dude who's like outright stalking me for the last several years in places like Reddit. It's like total creep. All right, let's get him with the BVC. Really overthinking this because it's not even resistant to fire, so we'll just fireball. Okay. It was a little bit spooky because he could constrict me, you know. Kind of relying on this this wand of roots a lot. Can staves be recharged now? What are you talking about? The root wand? You used to be able to recharge wands. There was a scroll for it, but that's been gone for a while. I think I found more charges of it is what happened. I found a bunch in a store. And considering that we're worshipping the gold god, we had plenty of money. This looks like a Zot entrance, but it can't be because this is depths 4, not depths 5. But then again, it looks like maybe they whoa! Okie dokie. We'll blink. We'll clutch. We'll walk the fuck away. Thank you, blink. Evocable blink. Too bad the blink spell doesn't seem to exist anymore. Or maybe it does, and I just haven't found it. Oh wait, we have found it. I should learn that. Get some translocations. Depths only goes to 4 now. I see that. I mean, that's the Zod entrance, so... Yeah, watch out for Draconian Shifters. I almost forgot exactly how dangerous they are. They don't give a shit about your magic resistance. They will blink people around you, and in fact, they will blink you. Things that deposition you, put you places where you don't want to be, or put enemies in places where you don't want them to be. Arguably the most dangerous thing in the game. Yeah, at some point, Loveworm. I was actually kind of hoping to, I've heard that you can keep them inside of a sufficiently large greenhouse. And I kind of wanted to do that to avoid anything bad happening to them, you know. They made Draconian rolls color specific now, one of the saddest changes I feel. I agree entirely. Yeah, no, I think that was is like a perfect example of a soul-sucking change in Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup. Everything's got to be homogenized and dumb, you know. That does sound good, Loveworm. kind of want to keep ducks. Oh boy, that's a royal mummy. We'll do the old clutch iron shot maneuver. We found a library. There and back. Gales Gravitas, Teleport Other, don't care about those. Olgrebs. Duck eggs are really big, which is one of the reasons I like them. I've never had a goose egg. I feel like they're huge, though. Storm Form. So that's new. Newish. Immunity to poison, miasma, resist electricity. Get evasion. You can bolt yourself. I don't know if you can only do it at enemies or if you get like a controlled blink all the damn time, which would be cool. I might have to check that out. We are going to press backslash. We're going to go down to scrolls. We're going to actually turn off enchant armor for pickup because we really don't need to do that at all. Looks like that little library vault didn't have anything interesting for us. Oh well. Strength -5 and +8, huh? Tempting. But I think I'm gonna keep my magic resist, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yeah, keep one donkey to keep the coyotes away from your wonderful chickens. Alright, we could go into Zot if we wanted to. Or we can go ahead and hit up Vaults 5. I have planned this out somewhat poorly. I should have probably trained more fire. Well, you wouldn't want the donkey to be lonely. I should have probably gotten more fire so I could actually get ignition online. Do I wanna just, gosh, do I wanna just bribe vaults? What a waste of money, but I may have to make this safe. I have enough defenses that I can mostly stair dance, but if a guy shows up, if a warden shows up, it could be a real issue, because I can't really kill them at range with things between me and them, with anything other than just Vile Clutch. I mean, technically we could cast Ignition. It's just a 16% fail rate, which is maybe not great. Fuck it, let's go in. Do you think that could tip the scale in your power level to do away with the need to bribe another branch? No, because, like, depending on how Hells and Pandemonium goes, it doesn't really matter how good you are. It's like your character could be the most powerful in the universe and you might still want to bribe just to make things easier. Particularly Hells, where you cannot leave. Anyway. Let's just wait a turn. Let's go up. I mean, we've got the tools. 2 Irradiates and a Starburst will take these guys out pretty well. So I'm being careful not to make any noise here. And the game has been somewhat kind to me, because there's no, There's no wardens, you know. I'll shout now. Now we'll make a little bit of... It's time to go loud, baby. I actually don't care about the Sphinx, really, because all he can do is... I mean, the smiting is annoying, but he can't paralyze me because my MR is just too high, so we're taking out the wizard. The name of the game is dealing with things that can kick me off of this staircase, so... This dragon, very capable of kicking me off of the staircase. He's gone, let's go up. Go down. Oh! Boy, okay. Okay, I'm next to a Deep Elf Annihilator. That's not what we want. We don't like to see that. Well, we won't use File of Floods. No, sir, we won't. So I'd be okay with this, except for the fact that he could Crystal Spear me, and then we end up with an Etten doing a bunch of damage to us, too. I guess we could just silence here to guarantee that we don't die next turn, but then I've got an angry Etten next to me. My GDR probably keeps me safe, so let's just do that. Okay, cool. Now we'll do roots on him. Take a step. Can I roots on my own tile? Yeah, I can. Okay, did we need to silence there? In an ordinary game, probably not, but when you're playing for win rate, you kind of do have to preemptively use some resources in a way that you might not be too happy about. Okay, terrific. There's not a lot of damage possible here, so I'm just gonna take these guys out. And down they go. We go up. Could the dragon have taken me off the staircase? Yes, he could have. But, wasn't too worried about it. If he had, we would have just gone to another staircase, so another chance to not get screwed over, you know? I finally used my 16% fail rate ignition because I'm scared of that dream sheep. Let's go up. Glad we didn't fail. Okay, are you... Floating Eye is not actually doing anything yet, so we have a couple of turns. Not to be screwed around with. Let's fireball him and take his ass out. Okay, we're going to go ahead and read a telly. There's too much stuff here. We're going to use Irradiate. I'm mainly afraid of getting my magic resistance halved, which we don't want. Okay, there's a teleport. I think I'm just going to melee this dude to make less noise. So now that we finally teleported elsewhere on the floor... And by the way, Volts 5, for those of you who haven't done this before, or maybe you're a little newer, it's a level that needs a lot of planning, usually. Like, I only stair dance until things get too hairy to continue stair dancing. And sometimes that happens sooner, sometimes it happens later, sometimes it happens so late that you basically get to do the whole floor. But that's fairly uncommon in my experience. We should have used Brilliance. So once things get truly hairy, either I will make a beeline for a corner or I will teleport and then make a beeline for a corner. Skibbity, skibbity, skibbity. I'm actually gonna... I guess I'm gonna Tremor Stones. And again, I'm now afraid of this Deep Patrol, and also I wanted to take down the dude that that had the Wand of Light. Okay, it's on the ground now. Okay, you resisted. That's annoying. Alrighty, we'll use roots. This lack of mana is just killing me. Corners are nice to fight in because it's just there's a lot of walls here to absorb the sound. You know, you're not gonna like drag as much stuff to you. Yeah, because God forbid, okay, God forbid that the Petrify actually works for once on this guy. Can I have it this time? There we go. The finest solid metal acoustic foam you can have. Yeah, pretty much. Trying to get my mana back. I finally do. We see the Ring of Shaolin here, which they have foolishly renamed to Ring of the Hair because, I don't know, I guess it was offensive to Shaolin monks or something. Somebody probably made a post on the Reddit pretending to be a Shaolin monk and was like, hey, this is cultural appropriation. How dare you have this name in your game? And then they, like, immediately started gnashing their teeth and wailing and crying. Anyway, it's called Ring of the Hair now for no good reason, and it's plus 10 evasion. It was to... Well, no, because that was called something else as well. I can't remember what it was called, but it was not called the Ring of the Tortoise before. They changed them both at the same time. Ring of Phasing? That's true, it was called Ring of Phasing for a bit. It was called, like, Ring of Absolute Defense or some thing. I don't know. I don't remember. It's been too long. But they've buried the history with the LearnDB. Ah, the Ring of Robustness, that's what it was. Which, to be fair, was not the best name in the world because, when I think of robustness, I mean, I think that would, like, add hit points, personally. Iron Shot's fun. It takes most problems and makes them not be problems anymore. Okay, we fought our way back to the staircase. Get ready to rise and limber for a bit. I want a Ring of Rotundness. I mean, that's just like an onion ring from McDonald's, isn't it? Push-ups, okay. Sounds good. Let me take care of those. Ring of Girth. That could be something lewd if you think about it. Alright. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Remember, you can buy channel points with bits and force me to work out as much as you want. Gozag should have a direct damage ability called Money Shot. You know, that's like a classic JRPG thing where you can you can throw your coins at people. Like Final Fantasy VI, I think Setzer had something like that. Alright, we have cleared out enough of Vaults 5 that I feel reasonably confident about just kind of auto-exploring and being a bit loud. Watch 10 more DCSS streams. Well, I was, I mean, you've given me enough money already. I was mostly referring to other people. Hey, Gaybird, what's up? Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Did I see your ping in Discord? No. So here's the thing. I need to join your Discord on the account that I actually use more often these days. Did you by any chance implement the thing we talked about? My rad idea? I have another rad idea for you, by the way. For bcrawl. Hell, I might even code it up myself and submit it. No, I'll look on that account when I'm done with the stream. Cyborg thing? No, what are you talking about? Well, it wouldn't even have to be that particular Whiz Lab. I just think it would be a cool vault to go into some kind of either a Whiz Lab or a Portal Vault or something where you just randomly have roots attached to you, but then place little pools of deep water everywhere for the player to cleverly like fly over while he's fighting the enemy, so that he's immune to the roots. So it creates kind of an interesting tactical situation where either you are forced to you are kind of forced to choose between like do I want to be on this water, whereas maybe it's not the best location to be for tactical purposes, or do I want to deal with the fact that I'm getting rooted every so often? And for not to be completely and totally busted, you probably have to you probably have to not root people too often, but because I mean the idea is with the roots you can tear them off by moving around. And some trees that can be burned to stop the roots. Well, I didn't want to like add wacky mechanics that don't exist elsewhere. Like I thought the interesting thing about it to me is that it uses mechanics that the player's already used to. You know, so it's almost like a test of their knowledge. Like, do you happen to know if it's possible to be rooted while you're over deep water? You know, that's an interesting amulet. That'd be a super sick amulet if we were worshiping somebody other than Gozag. Faith doesn't do anything for us. But the magic resistance, the arc core, I'm gonna put that on the shopping list, but we're probably never gonna use it. Likewise, this ring is interesting, but not for our current loadout. If we ever switch off of our ring mail, maybe we'll use that arc core amulet. Well, no, it's not bad. It's just kind of outside of the scope of my idea. I mean, I don't think it's a bad idea. I just think it's a separate idea. Goodbye, Mr. Dreadlich. Tremor stones hit the wrong guy. Okay, there we go. Oh my god. Roots and trees are buddies. Well, it could be hands, not, it could be Vol Clutch hands and not roots. We can theme it, you know, whatever way we want to. I mean, to be fair, this whole idea is essentially just a variation on something that more or less already exists in Swamp. So I can't pretend that I made up the idea myself in terms of the raw idea of like giving the player deep water to you know, possibly use to escape. What the fuck is that? What is this? Broodmother? What a disgusting tile. Okay. There we go. Put my shapeshifter. Man, I'm getting out of here. God damn it. This is just not giving me a break. Aquatic species are already able to cheese too many branches. Fair enough. I would say it would be a massive, it would be massively powerful for anybody who flies or is aquatic, or massively easier for them. On the other hand, anybody can fly for a little while with Potion of Flight. Amulet of Four Winds. I would say this is a pretty smooth vault, and yeah, I'm real happy about that amulet. That is our end game amulet right there. We put that baby on. We put on our Ring of Shaolin. We no longer need these rings of magic resistance. Get that the fuck away from me. Okay, I'm gonna... Hold on, do I have an enchant weapon? Yeah, I do. I'm gonna actually enchant the Demon Whip of Freezing, and then I'm going to use backslash to turn off Rings of Enchant Weapon, because I don't need that ever again. You know, we enchanted this whip up and then never used it for anything. We'll buy the teleport, we'll buy the fog. Buy the cancellation, we'll buy the haste, we'll buy the heal wounds, we'll buy the invis, we'll buy the magic, and we'll buy the resist, in fact. I'm going to hold shift and press the dollar sign on my keyboard. As I recall, we have that RC Plus ring. I can also search for RC Plus just to make sure we're not missing anything handy. The staff melee is okay. We're sitting here with Slay -4 on our ring mail, so it's not as good as it could be. But I would say that, you know, with Val Clutch you can make just about anything work. So with Val Clutch we're still hitting things really often. You know, Potion Splurge reminded me of something. Gargoyles were at least over here traditionally connected with spewing water, yet the DCSS ones can't do that. Maybe they should be able to. Okay, yeah, I know. I'm picking up this Ring of the Burgomaster because I had taken my RC away by taking my previous amulet off. Amulet of Four Winds is arguably best in slot. Hard to say no to that guy right there. This also frees up magic resistance in terms of I don't actually need this Staff of Conjuration anymore. And in fact, with the hat we have on, we have Sinve all the time anyway, so, you know, we could use like a Staff of Earth instead, or you know, a Staff of Fire, maybe. Yeah, we're doing great on resist. Trying to see if there's any staves that have a lot of int on them as well. Like there's a Staff of Conjuration that is arguably... I mean, right now, it's strictly better. Yeah. That is right. Gary Burton, but let's see if we can't weapon and ent. Curious if we could get even more. Hey, we could pop on the old Sling of Darkness. That's not gonna happen. RC minus. We could pop on the Staff of Poison to get 3 more ent, but we want the Archmage effect. The plus power or whatever. Hold on, I'm gonna move my microphone a little bit here. Alright, let's go to Elf. The game is taking goddamn forever to get me there. Oh, hello. Okay, I think we'll just drop that. If I do !/m and then Ancient Lich... Oh, excuse me. !/m, what kind of Lich is it? That's the Super Lich? What's the one that paralyzes you? That has high spell power? Does that not exist anymore? I know there's the Dread Lich, but... Yeah, it's Dread Lich now. God, why did they change that? The whole, I gotta tell you, I really hate the whole change that a particular, monster can't have different books. That was a very fun and dangerous thing about the game that has just been dumbed down a lot. It used to be just like Liches and then Ancient Liches, and now they split the Ancient Liches from that to Ancient Lich and then Dread Lich as well, so that the Ancient Lich can't have a random spell book. And the random spell book was really cool because it's like, oh god, now I have to be... on my toes, like maybe it's got this book, maybe it's got the other. And until you see them cast the spells, you don't know, Like that was one of those really cool mechanics I thought that was taken out for no good reason. Anyway, 0% chance to paralyze, so we are hunky-dory. All Liches go to the Standard University of Zot. Standard Lich University. Dude is gonna bitch about a Lich. Yes, I will. Alright. Okay, so that's 4 runes. I don't even want to go to the New Abyss. You don't get experience for it, apparently. Or did they revert that? Do you get experience in the Abyss these days? Gary Burton would know. I should tell Ebering to remove randomized summons from spells too. Yeah, how about that? Nothing can be random. Sorry, I can't tell Evering anything as I'm banned from everything DCSS related that's run by the Devil's team for criticizing them one too many times. Anyway, gotta decide where we're going. If we are in fact going to make this a 15 rune run, we're suddenly forced to go into. It was reverted in 2022. Oh, so you get experience in Abyss again? Okay. Well, that's good. I guess maybe we'll just do Abyss. Can you, are you allowed to leave? Are you allowed to leave the Abyss before you get the rune? What about the Zot Clock? I think the Zot Clock gets suspended in Abyss. At least I would hope so. There are still no items in the Abyss outside vaults. That's fine. I never went to Abyss for items unless I really, really needed mutation potions, which is lame because what they've done is they've, there was like a tourniquet or like a, I guess I should say, a band-aid for the horribly broken system of mutations in mainline DCSS, which was, no matter what happened, you could go to Abyss and go hunt down mutation potions. So now that you can't do that, what a shame. I'm going to hell. Does he do anything different nowadays? I miss his old goofy tile, which was the worst tile in the game. The fuck is that? Dev Team HQ, yeah, pretty much. Creeping Inferno. Oh, it unleashes a firestorm if it dies. Okay. Okie dokie. Blind Quaff to 2-stack, got teleportitis after the first kept it until elf. Yeah, I mean, and that's like, that's not fun, you know? We have RC, we have RF++, so I'm okay with this firestorm going off. Is this guy even resistant to fire? He's not. I'm actually gonna, ignition. Okay. And again, getting 3 fireballs on him, basically. Oh, the RNG's still working out for me. Anaconda zombie. Okay, Garyon... He just died. Cool. Let's get out of here. I guess we're the fire guy. Yeah, easy mode with that ignition. Yeah, burning my way through hell. I don't want to get MR minused here. There's also this Tormentor. How much HP does a Tormentor have? 38? I'm glad I didn't get, isn't it nice that I didn't get constricted? Hell got hotter when I arrived. Based. The fuck, man? Okay, we'll just do this then. We'll just do a little bit of zapping. And then melee. Yeah, it is. It's like you think you're gonna constrict me? Think again, nerd. Could we die here? 45 damage plus crappy torment? I don't think so. Especially not with Radiate doing work for me. Alright, this is a little bit spooky. What? What's this bug? Show me what was here. Did they take it out to where you can't see the ghosts of things anymore? In any event, I hate the fact that I have messed this up to the point where, what is it called? The Ancient Champion. There's like 3 of them there. I think we want to go in with haste, unfortunately. Can they see invisible? I don't think they can see invisible. It says they can't, so... We're gonna AA. We're gonna, motherfucker. I don't remember lignification being a thing you can get from this. Alright. Yes it is, Lurking Wolf. With the rest of the street games, we're AAing again. Okay, we'll take this. I just wanted Invis, really, and I wanted haste as well. I'm just gonna drink a haste. I'm breaking into hell. Come hell or high water. It's gonna, you know, it's happening, bro. Okay, we're gonna, are you resistant to fire? No, you're not. We're actually gonna do this. Okay. Ignition basically does a fireball centered on everything on the table, so if there's dudes standing next to each other, you know, you get an awful lot of damage. Now, granted, a lot of the stuff that's around me is fire resistant or immune. But that's okay. Level 27, baby! All int all the time. So anyway, I started blasting. Okay, I think we've taken out the big damage. The big damage problems. I want. I really, really wanted that that elephant zombie gone. It's funny how like even a crappy little zombie can create a serious issue for you if it shoves you off of a staircase, you know? Iron shotting to death. Clutched yourself to the stairs. Yes. But yeah, no, this will be on YouTube with the rest of the streak, the rest of the world record streak. Okay, you can mark me. That's cool. Yeah, people seem to like to watch me play DCSS even at this late hour. Well, you know, I mean, I try to direct people, I try to gently direct people towards forks of the game, but people tend to stick with what they know, and network effects are hard to defeat. Okay, 4 branches beneath here: cold, hot, metal, and dark. Tartarus, Cocytus, Gehenna, and Dis. I think they've changed it to where you cannot leave one of the hells once you've gone in until you have the rune. Also, we have the Horn of Garyon now. We can blow on that. Toot toot. Dr. Doom style. 10 evocations, so we could maybe get some use out of it. God, I might just go to the Abyss. Why don't we just go hang out in the Abyss? Yeah, let's see how shitty. Let's see how shitty it is. Also, wow, that's a tower shield. I didn't realize there was a tower shield of +8 intelligence. I thought that was a ring for some reason. Shows how much attention I'm paying. Definitely not using that. Maybe at some point. I doubt it. I doubt we're going to get 27 shields this run. It could happen, though. Never say never. Okay, we're on Abyss 1. I think I kind of want to... I don't know. I think it's time to train some... I think it's time to finally train some maces and flails. Also, eat shit, Devil's Team. I'm Gozag. I actually do get items for being in the Abyss, my friend. Alright, we're taking maces and flails to 12. We're doing that because we happen to have a... You know... We happen to have a demon whip of freezing, and the delay minimizes it at 12. Gozag the Almighty. Got him! Got him! Just always play Gozag. ABZ, always be zagging. Also, we got no Zoklok, baby. I think we might actually just hang out in Abyss for a while. Oh, gold drop so good. Yum, yum, yum. You know what I want? I want that WCAT booze. He recently got a new keyboard. I hope it's mechanical. I hope it's a DOS like mine. No hunger equals Abyss farm. Hey, why not? Gozag plus Abyss? I mean, what am I gonna do? Not farm Abyss? I gotta collect all this gold so I can afford a Bitcoin. Got an optical switch one to try that out. It's weird because keys trigger before they hit the bottom. Yeah, that would weird me out, I think. I feel like that's one of those things that you basically have to spend a lot of time getting used to. Alright, the game has shunted me down one floor of the Abyss. I feel like they changed something. I think they like completely stole this from B-Crawl, actually. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong about that, but I think they made it to where like you can never go back into the Abyss at a higher level than you've been to already. Cherry Blues work like that a bit too. They actuate... Well, I'm using Cherry MX Blues, I believe. So maybe... Oh, whoops. Maybe I would like optical. Alright, we're going to test this. We're going to pop on out of the Abyss. Welcome back to Depths. We're going to go on in. Abyss 2, so I was right. So basically we would have to farm Abyss 5, which is not as big of a punishment as they think it is. Although it does kind of make me, it does kind of make me want to get Eldritch Malign Gateway online. The ultimate farming tool. Scumming. Yes, I am farming the Abyss. I mean, I'm not actually farming it, to be honest. I'm just taking my sweet-ass time getting down to Abyss 3. Okay, we're on Abyss 3. It's not my fault the rune hasn't spawned yet. I'm mining Gozag coins. Yeah, this is just how you mine Gozag coin. I can't be blamed that this is how they set up the cryptocurrency, that to mine Gozag coin, you gotta destroy things in the Abyss. I mean, that's just how the hash algo works, okay? Do it in a ziggurat. Oh lord. This character is not equipped to do ziggurats. World coin? I don't know anything about it. And speaking as someone who actually likes cryptocurrency, I tell you, if it seems suspicious, it probably is. Like, if it seems too good to be true, someone is probably scamming you. Maybe you can give me the lowdown on it and I can try to give you an opinion. That is just a stray lost soul. Everything is silenced around the... Excuse me, Silent Spectre. Everything is silenced around her. It's a thing by the CEO of OpenAI where they scan your eyes for free crypto. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm gonna go ahead and recommend you don't hand over your biometric data to some random douchebags, no matter what promises they make to you that they're not going to share it. I promise you they will. And you would be insane to trust them. Just don't do that. It's... Yeah, that's the other thing, is like they've heavily censored the open AI, so they've got a political agenda, you know, so you want to give these people your biometric data? I think I'd rather get punched in the face by an adult man than give these people anything voluntarily. So we're going in and out every so often because, hey, wait a minute. Weren't we at 3? Why were we able to go back down to 2? Back up to 2. You'll volunteer? Well, why would you want to punch me? Hey, you really want to pick a fight with somebody who you've been making do all these handstand push-ups? you're gonna get to me and I'm gonna have like 50-inch arms. Be like, man, I shouldn't have used all those channel points. You think I might sign up to get punched in the face anyway? You know, there was a time briefly when I was interested in MMA as something that I would want to do myself, but then I decided that I you know, God bless the people who have the balls to do that. I don't want to risk brain damage. And that is what happens when you participate in a striking sport on a long enough timeline. You take shots to the head and you get brain damage. I did Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu for a while, which you're really only risking joint pain for the rest of your life with that one, because there's no striking allowed, and I enjoyed that. I already played DCSS. That's what I'm trying to say. My brain's already damaged enough, so.
Sorry for what? Our daddy taught us not to be ashamed of our
drinks. Okay. I am drinking water. Thank you, Haugie. Joint pain. I actually did get an injury when I was doing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, which took years to truly heal. It's kind of like my inner thigh area, one of the tendons there. It made me not want to, you know, lift heavy doing squats for a while. Well, I mean, nobody's trying to injure you for life in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu unless it's a complete asshole. Turkish oil wrestling. We could have BVC'd those guys, but instead we just kind of meleeed them down. Okay, it's whip time, baby. Yeah, no, I believe me, I wanted to shower very quickly after I was done every time. You want to be careful with these dudes. If there's 5 of them on the board, they can paralyze you. Hey, we can melee. Every character on a long enough timeline becomes a melee guy. It took us a little longer than perhaps it ordinarily would have, but there's a profane servitor nearby. Anyway, I'm not really farming the Abyss, I'm just kind of heading on down slowly. Propane servitor, I tell you what. Have they changed him by any chance? I should check. Nope, he's still just a melee dude. Can you stop giving me teleportitis? Thank you. Oh my lord. I'm Just sucking down the temp mutes. You can give me real mutations. Wow, why would it still not tell? My god, it's been like 10 years. Why would they not put the number in here? We use trimmer stones. Electric does fine against them. Profane accessories. Okay, I have more dudes around me than I would like. I used tremor stones to take out the one that could mutate me. This is actually incredibly dangerous because Mr. Apocalypse Crab can paralyze me, but with his chaos cloud. This looks like a good spot to go ahead and use a telly. I should have done that a while ago, actually. Toot. We tooted on Garion's horn. We get Hellbeasts. Teleports take longer to kick in the Abyss. We lost all that gold in the ground, but that's okay. I don't mind burning a telly once in a while in here. I'm surprised I'm not being dragged down again. But I'm just gonna keep wandering around here until the game forces me to go down. Cause why not, you know? We're not really using resources. We're risking getting mutated the longer we hang out in here from a stray Unoxanol, but we're getting so much gold out of it and experience that it's completely worth it. Call Gozag, he's crying. We've figured out how to scam Gozag for his precious coins. Yep, you get experience in the Abyss again. Alright, it dunked me into Abyss 3, which I could have sworn it did earlier. Maybe not. I feel like there is a certain amount of negative feedback that they have trouble ignoring, because people will actually just stop playing the game, you know? I've been seeing those purple pixels all over the place. That is some kind of bug that they've created and never bothered to fix. Oh, I see silence heading to me, so let's leave. Let's go back down in, and now we're in Abyss 3. Yeah, Gary Burton, I've always found profane servitors to be a kind of a sad enemy. Like they look so cool. It has such like a cool flavor to it. It's a fallen angel. Oh my god, badass! And then you see what it can do, and it's basically just like a melee beefcake. You know, I've always thought that that's like a missed. I understand that they're supposed to be kind of a a mirror image to angels, but yeah, your Red Mule doesn't really need a buff. I mean, but if you buffed them significantly, it would be pretty easy to balance it. Just let the Red Mule guy only have 1 instead of 3 or whatever. Angels actually have more kills in B-Crawl than them. That wouldn't surprise me at all. Angels show up more, and well, in certain, I think they show up more in depths than profane servitors do, but more importantly, they show up in Holy Pan, which I imagine kills a lot of people who are new to Extended. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I would give them. I'd need to see the things. I need to think about like what they spawn in next to. Drain piety on hit. Something interesting like that could be cool. What the hell is a rune light? Root of Zod is surely nearby, its power overspilling to cause the spectacular sight. Man, did they ruin it? Did they ruin the cute little Easter egg where there was a floor tile that only showed up near the abyssal rune, and now they've made it explicit, which I know what it fucking means. It's obvious what it means, but what I'm saying is it used to be like this neat little Easter egg where there were floor tiles that literally only showed up near the rune of abyssal rune. I will admit this is probably better. It's less spoilery, but I don't know. I thought it was cute that there was that sort of hidden. No, I agree. I can't complain too much about this. I don't know. It makes me sad to see lore go away. You know, I think there should be a certain amount of, like, secret knowledge. You know what I mean? That you learn over a very long period of time. Hope we don't get teleported anytime soon. My God, man. Give me the gold. So I think the entrance to this is actually on the bottom, if I remember this particular vault. Yeah, it is. Alright, box of beast, please. There's too much crap happening. Corrosion. Well, jokes on the game. What in the fuck is happening here? Look at the colors on the Quicksilver Bolt damage. What is going on? 3 dark red D, bright red 2, and then white instead of gray 0. All right. Anyway, this is a new enemy, I think. Graphic design is my passion. Apparently. Oh shit, I didn't mean to attack. I did not want to attack there. This is actually really bad. We should burn a blink. This is really annoying. I'm gonna do that to... Wow, it doesn't... Okay, he doesn't want to get taken out. If I get paralyzed here, that's really bad, and that could happen. Can you see invisible? Alright, we're gonna run the risk. I'm gonna pop a potion of invisibility. The bolt of dispelling missed me, that's nice. Can you just do that as often as you want? Yeah, you can, that's not breath. Okay. My God, we will use the other scroll of blinking. Okay, fine. I guess we're not getting the rune here today. As much as I would like to have it. I'm reading telly. We probably will be petitioning for a potion here in a second. Actually right now. I wanted to get somewhere safe and just pop on, Ambrosia, but the game didn't want to let that happen. What the fuck just happened? The abyss shimmers again as the detected abyssal rune vanishes from your memory and reappears. Oh, it appeared closer to me. Okay. Hold on a minute, what the fuck? Can you be BVC'd? Oh, his evasion is huge, that's what's up. Okay, you can be BVC'd. Why am I minus scroll right now? Oh, I have minus scroll, well... Okay, let's just do this. Alright, and now we're going to use the Wand of Light. Okay, terrific. Well, we're out of mana. Let's just whip this guy to death. Okay, now I am going to get my mana back real quick. Popping on Ambrosia. You can just attack me, that's fine. But yeah, for some reason I just assumed that the Quicksilver Elemental was immune to BVC. That's definitely the move that you want to do. Why am I wasting iron shots on a frog? Okay, we got teleported by the abyss. We need that shatter is what we need. We do actually have it available. What do you guys think? Should we get shatter online? Should we devote our experience to shatter? You know, we happen to have the aptitudes for it. I have a wizard ring, so I actually have 2 wizard rings, so if we wanted to, you're absolutely right, we could pop both on, and we could live without some defenses. We could pop at least one of them on, we'd get rid of the Ring of Shaolin. Whiz staff. PP poo-poo. Yeah, it is pretty good. Pop on for RF+++. I can't disagree. Okay. Okay, we'll close this. We'll, pop on healing, curing, and haste. We'll let them open up the door. We'll BVC. Arrow. Or iron shot, rather. God, I should have brillianced first. Let's go ahead and use our last brilliance. Oh, there's a gateway leading out. But you know what? I want that rune now. I will drink magic to get it if I have to. Alright, we'll drink one of our magics. Which I still think they might have nerfed. You drink might instead. Oh, I'm right there with you. Just give me a second. we're doing that now because we're gonna try to melee down Mr. Helephant with our whip of freezing. After we've nuked his AC. One more irradiate. One more irradiate. Problem is, there's just a lot of damage on the table with these damn annihilators. Like, they could do almost 100 damage to me at any moment. 105, actually. Thank you for the heads up on the Berserkitis. Out of lightning rod charges. Actually, wouldn't be the end of the world to Berserk right now. Unless I passed out. That would not be so good. I'm going to take the risk against this particular guy. I think we've... Yeah. I think think we've cleared out everything. Yes, we have. Berserkitis will pass once we get some more experience. Let's get on out of here. So I don't remember. I think once upon a time, once you got the rune, it shows you exits more often. So it says, you feel the abyssal rune guiding you out of this place. So the message is still there. Whether it actually still does that, I don't know. But I feel it's kind of funny. Having the rune actually makes it easier to farm the abyss even under the new system, because you get exits all the time. Kind of funny. I think we will take Earth 27, actually. Like a madman. I think it makes portals spawned by XP gain always be exits. Well, once upon a time, it simply made exits show up more often. And the way the portals with the XP gain worked before all these weird changes is that the first one would always be an exit, and then you would only get downstairs until you were on Abyss 5. So I don't think that's changed, but maybe it has. It's hard to say without doing a lot of testing. Anyway, that is 5 runes. I don't know if there's really any reason for me not to just chill out in Abyss for a little bit longer. You know, we're doing fine in there. We still have a scroll of blinking. I think we're gonna we have enough gold. Why don't we I'm gonna call a merchant. I wanna whoa, no. No, I don't want to bribe the goddamn denizens of the depths. I wanna call a merchant. I want to look for scroll shops. I guess I'll go for the Armor Imperium. Gives about 5 times the number of exits on Abyss 3. That's what I thought. I don't care about this stuff. Call merchant. Hell yeah, I'll take a distillery. Buy some potions of driving. Is that the legendary orb of Zot? Yeah, it is, right? It is the dazzling orb. There it is. Attraction. I don't know why I purchased it. I really shouldn't have. I wasn't paying attention. Did I buy that just now? Okay, no, I didn't. Good. Attraction pulls things to you. The interesting use case that was suggested to me was for Lam Loban, which I could see, but what it does is it just pulls enemies directly to you. So in the early game, it's a real nightmare to drink ID it. This is why you want to buy distilleries. You can get more potions of mutation. There we go. Magic Scroll Emporium. Come on, blink. Okay, no blink. Nothing but whammies. Alright, I don't want to burn any more of my gold. We still have 3, 6, 9, 12, 4 bribes available. I was really hoping to get more blinks. We only have the 1, making me a bit sad. 6k gone, just like that. But you know, it's gambling, and we got potions of mutation out of it. We got some might potions. We got, I think we may have gotten a couple haste. I mean, overall, it was worth it. Could check out this sick dazzling orb. What if it's awesome? But yeah, I would have liked to have had a blink scroll. I think it's time to get some assist on moving about. We have blink. We have evocable blink. Or else I would. We had Orb of Destruction. I actually amnesia'd it because it doesn't have a lot of there's not a lot of use cases for Orb of Destruction that Iron Shot doesn't cover once you have BVC at the same time. Orb of Destruction ignores evasion, but so does anything that's been, you know, every spell against something that's been BVC'd. So Orb of Destruction is handy against, that's true, I could do LCS, I just don't know why I would bother. I've never been a big fan of LCS. It's like, if you memorize, there's a couple of reasons why I don't get it. Like, if you memorize it, then that's 8 spell slots that are tied up, and you're mostly casting Iron Shot anyway. What a mediocre level 8 spell when you could take a level 6 spell instead. That's what I'm trying to say. Like, if the range was the same as Iron Shot, it would be a strict upgrade. I can see why they didn't make it that, but I feel like it should do even more damage or something. I don't know. Anyway, we want to get Passage probably. Yeah. And what's going on? Bridges? Okay. I think it's -2 range, actually. Iron Shot range already feels a bit lacking. If you feel that way, that is because the real version of Iron Shot shows up when you play Vehumet, and then Iron Shot feels absolutely amazing. But it's pretty damn good, you know what I mean? Even without even without the upgrade. All right, how many bridges is that supposed to be? I should probably take a look at my own rewards because I don't know. Is there a description? 5? Let's just do 5, I guess. All right, one moment. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I don't know, where the hell did I put my glasses? Oh, there they are. Truly dying of old age over here. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we should spend a little bit more time in the Abyss. Just a little bit. Pick up some translocations, maybe get Shatter online. Get that Passage of Galubria. Iron Shot should have some weaknesses. Well, the weakness that it's supposed to have is that you're supposed to have problems dealing with things that have evasion. But the problem is that because Gamafunk is an incredibly unintelligent man, he put this spell into the game that just nerfs evasion to 0, and so now you have the God combo where you can just cuck everything on this earth, you know, with the power of BVC plus Iron Shot. Yeah, it's a and then like it was like a mildly side graded. He pretended he had nerfed it, but he side graded it basically to make it a bolt instead of a 3x3. And there was this hilariously smug thing that he wrote on the GitHub where he was like, "Oh yeah, no, it's not overpowered. It was just perceived to be overpowered, and everybody who disagrees with me is like a fucking moron." All right, buddy. But that's the Devil's team for you. Yeah, no, if I find it, generally speaking, I use it if the character can get it online. I mean, it was a no-brainer for an Earth Elementalist. A lot of the spells that I feel like I should always use rub you the wrong way on principle. What, like they're too powerful? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of stuff like that in the game for sure. I just feel like, why deny myself the pleasure of being overpowered as hell if they're going to put it in the game? Oz Armor is another one like that. I feel like I should pick it up on every caster if I get it in the early game. I don't know. I like what the design philosophy aspires to, even if the game isn't perfect on executing that. I mean, it used to be better. The problem with the design philosophy is it's this thing that they trot out to win an argument on the internet, on the forums or whatever, if they, you know, deign to engage with the community. You know, they condescend to people about the design philosophy, but when it's inconvenient for putting in something that they want, they just completely ignore it. So it's really less of a design philosophy and more of a design religion, where they kind of pick and choose the, you know, which orthodoxy they want to buy into on a given day. Devs should not be allowed to talk on social media. I don't know about that. Ozakubu's Armor. So you think this is you feel like you should pick it up on every caster if you get it in the early game? Well, it's only level 3, so you can get it online pretty fast. Well, I think it's nebulous on purpose, though, Cataclysm. That's kind of my issue. Is like I feel like it was maybe not designed to be nebulous. Maybe there was a time when they actually believed in it, but I feel like right now it's just like, I don't know. I've seen them use that thing to justify. You know, it says something along the lines of, "Oh, it's impossible to prevent 100% of unfair deaths," which is true. But I've seen them try to use that to justify, well, fuck it, let's not even try. You know, it's like that's not the same thing. You know what I mean? So it's like, no, there shouldn't be shafts on D1. You know what I mean? Like, that is goofy. But yeah, Oz Armor, I'm trying to remember how it works. You get a substantial bonus to armor as long as you remain in the current location. Yeah, and if you move, you lose it. Yeah, the way this used to work was you would lose, you would keep the armor forever, or as long as the spell, you know, was still active, but you moved slowly with it on. Yeah, I would agree that getting this online is probably a wise move on most casters, although, I mean, when you're in the early game, you really got to get your offense online first before you even think about defense. But I agree, this is, yeah, it definitely doesn't hurt to grab this thing. I think this is a way better pick than it used to be because of the tax of opportunity. I would be like really inclined to grab this thing and get it online on almost any character at this point. You know, Wear Blood, that used to be called Song of Slaying. And yeah, it's I mean, again, with the tax of opportunity existing, if you haven't found a way to reset fights consistently, anything that lets you get staying power is good. Ice Elementalist is the only real battle mage. What about Scald? Did they take Scald out? You would have loved Scald. You should play an old version with the Scald in it. Yeah, I prefer the Song of Slaying. You don't know that background? It was sick. The whole charm school is gone. RIP! Why am I casting Ignition? Let me just use up all my mana. Yeah, I guess not Loveworm. Yeah, B-Crawl fixes this in a very, very satisfying way. where it simply takes away any charm, any enchantment. I really recommend you check out B-Crawl if you get a chance. Gary Burton here is actually the dev for that. It is a superior version of DCSS, and it fixes any kind of like preparation type spell, so that you get it active all the time as soon as you cast it, forever. But it takes away your max mana based on the amount of mana that you use to cast it. Yeah, BVC it's simply too good, and the problem is, like, I gotta tell you, every single person I've met who is actually good at this game, who is capable of, streaking 15 games in a row, other than Gamma Funk, who I don't even know if he could streak 15 games. I'd have to check his LearnDB, but oh, that's interesting. Huh. Anyway, what just happened here? You lose the ability to drink potions when taking damage less often. What a weirdly phrased... I think that it stepped down one level, that mutation. Anyway, well, I mean, I would... I just kind of pulled a number out of a hat, but I would say that streaking any amount of games is on difficult combos is a sign that you're good. Man. Alright, let's play games. You want to get the blast of light there. But yeah, I mean, if I would actually cut it down to 5. If you can streak 5 games in a row on difficult combos. But what I was trying to say a minute ago was, like, I think you would be hard pressed to find more than a couple people who can do that, who would disagree that BVC is broken as hell. I mean, it is just so good. It really should. I mean, it should be at least 1 level higher. You could make the argument that it should be 2 levels higher. You could also make the argument that it just shouldn't do damage. Like, you could change nothing at all about the spell except make it not do damage, and I would still memorize it. Irradiate is pretty strong. They've nerfed it a few times, and I had a lot of bitching and moaning to do about that, but the truth is, it probably did need a nerf. I hate that the way that they nerfed it was to make it less consistent, though. I would have liked it more if they had kept the consistent floor damage on it and simply lowered the cap damage. So it became more of a debuff and finisher spell than the everything spell, And maybe made it so you, I don't know, make it so you can only cast it once before you're too contaminated. Sure, why not? You want high-level poison spells? I've always wanted to make a poison spell that's like, here's my big idea for a level 8. It's a level 8 or maybe even level 9 poison spell. Let's say level 9. Level 9 poison spell, only poisons, not any other school. Maybe poisons in air, probably just poisons. And it just, all it does is it puts an acid cloud on every tile of the every unoccupied tile. It's basically condenser vein, but acid only. People hate the idea for some reason of mixing acid with poison, but I don't know. I've always thought it'd be neat. That spell's probably overpowered as hell, to be honest, but whatever, it's level 9. Irradiate already exists. I said unoccupied tile, so you can't just dump it on people's heads, but I mean, the problem is that the AI in this game is, like, not smart, so they will just kind of walk into the clouds. Cordyceps cloud. Well, Petrify would be even more broken than if you could make Catoblepus. You told me I was saying it wrong last time. I've always called them cataplepuses. Yeah, poison is super strong. I mean, I don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with having a school that is basically only meant to be used in the early game. On the other hand, I mean, yeah, it is inconsistent with the rest of the schools, so it's just, you know, it just kind of depends on your philosophy, I guess. Catoblepus is funny. Catoblepe. Catoplebe. I need a genuine Greek person to tell me how to say this word. That does sound more Greek to me. for the plural. Catoplebe. Hold on. But there's... Why would you have a P sound in the middle when there's a B? When there's a B in the middle there. Catoblepus. Catoplebe. Catoplebe. Don't tell the Greeks you said that. Yeah, we're mostly just fooling around. I mean, we got Vault Rune today and a Silver Rune. We got the Abyssal Rune. I'm just kind of doing a little victory lap in Abyss right now. We're probably not going to do any more actual game tonight. Yeah, just Gozag coin mining. Oh my god. I'm frail. Dude. It's the sound of Garyon's horn. Taking this guy out for me. The exp was nice, yeah. I mean, that's the other thing, is I want to get Shatter online. And unfortunately, the wizardry didn't quite get us there. Mega Man in Greek, if pronounced just right, basically means wanna shag. I'm assuming they called him something else in Greek when they put those games out. You have to pronounce it specifically. I see. Oh yeah, I have like a warning in my RC file now about air elementals. They did something funny with it. Oh yeah, they've got stunning burst now. Just like, fuck you, you're paralyzed. Just great, you know, wonderful. They really are. Tower Shield of Reflection. Let's not try to Iron Shot him. He'll shoot it right back at me. We'll Vile Clutch. We'll actually Ignition here. Got a lot of things blowing up at the same time there. You're indifferent to Paralyze. I am not a fan of it, to be honest with you. I mean, it depends on how it's implemented. I don't like when it completely bypasses MR. Now, I'm okay with it when it comes to the gray, you know, the gray eyes or whatever, because they take a turn or two to wind up to cast it, you know, and they're very, very susceptible to anything you do to them. So if you see them on the board, you can take them out really quickly. You can treat them as a top tier threat. You can throw a javelin at them. All kinds of things you can do. Yeah, I agree with that, Cataclysm. I think that anything that doesn't go through MR should, I really think that it should, you know, take a turn to wind up, or there should be, there should be a different mechanic to. You should have maybe, you could have it be a different effect that works like Petrify, where you can have a turn to, you could have a turn that the purpose of which is to let you cast drink a cancellation, you know. Oh yeah, Love War. Making a little reference to my fantasy novels, huh? It's true, you should not trust those people. Well, Iron Shot is one-shotting things nicely. Can I get to this exit, please? Oh my god, no I can't. Okay. We'll just farm Abyss until we can get Wukad moves. Just kidding, of course. Okay, I did go ahead and grab this Tower Shield of Reflection. We would need an absolutely insane amount of experience to make that thing viable, but, we'd literally have to get shields to 27. And I wouldn't even want to bother with it unless we had just a crap ton of enchant armor. With that said, if I did fully enchant it, it might become worth it. Probably more like 22 to 24. I think 25 is where the cutoff used to be to maximize, to totally eliminate the penalty. Where it is in Modern Crawl, nobody knows. But no, you're right. 24 to 24, 22 to 24 would probably mostly eliminate the problem. And we have +1 aptitude, so that is doable. With that said, I have other things I'd rather be doing. But I mean, we might as well just keep farming for a little while. On Gozag, that is an option. However, I think that now is a good stopping point. We got 2 runes today. Had a grand old time in Vaults 5. I got to show off some of the, some of the strategies in there that I think a lot of people don't use. One of the things that I've always done that I don't really see other people doing very much is my stair dancing strategy, where I think that most people, when they go into Zot, the conventional wisdom is to immediately teleport and try to reach a corner, or to take a shaft even, or hey, thanks for the follow. Or to even take a hatch, and then hope that you land in a corner, or just telly until you reach a corner, and you could do that. That's an option. But I don't know if I've ever seen anybody trying to stair dance the, the staircase the way that I do. Or some people like to immolate, which is more of a meme strategy, but I mean, you can immolate and then do some damage and then like make the big explosion happen, then telly. I just die in Zot to getting mobbed because you're reckless. I mean, Zot is significantly more dangerous than it used to be. In particular, the fact that shifters can just kind of move you around or move allies, move enemies around with, no magic resistance check is really, really dangerous. The clowns are really dangerous if you get transformed. Clowns are like the #1 reason why you want to have a shield on. Like, there's no reason to play a character without a shield on. Literally, you're making a mistake if you don't wear a shield in this game on any character. And if you sacrifice a hand on Rue so that you can't wear a shield, then sacrificing the hand was the mistake. Zod is worse than Extended in a lot of ways. It is, but it's easier to control things in Zod, I think. In Extended, certain challenges just kind of keep coming at you. Whereas, in Zot you still have the power of stair dancing and whatnot. But I agree that at the same time, the individual challenges, the compartmentalized, like, this is the battle that I'm having with this set of enemies. Like, Zot is definitely, it definitely has some dangers that other places don't have. Like, I would say that Zot is the one place where you can die in the late game through no fault of your own. Because if you were to get teleported next to the right configuration of enemies, you could just instantly die. The sequence of events goes something like, hello, I've gone into Zot 5. I take a step. I get teleported. I go into the lungs. A clown throws a pie at me. I get turned into a wisp. Now I'm a wisp. Now most of my items are gone. All of them, really. My magic resistance is now gone. Whoops. Not only is there a clown there, there is a Dreadlich there. Now he casts Paralyze. Whoops. I don't have any MR, so now I'm a paralyzed wisp. I'm a wisp. I don't have much AC. I don't have much evasion. Actually, I have none because I'm paralyzed. Whoops! My ass is getting just fucked by every enemy in the left or right lung of Zot 5. Whoops! My HP is 0. Now that's never happened to me, but I know it happened to somebody. Gachi base. Yeah, I mean that's the sequence of events, which is exactly why clowns really should not be able to do that. Like, I'm okay with them transforming you, but there should be a turn of lag time where you get a chance to interact. I mean, I'm big on interactivity. You should give the player the chance to do something about the problem usually. And I'm okay with certain things where you got to do it in advance, but for the most part, in a game like Crawl where you get no second chances, it is supremely lame that sequence of events is possible. And that's not even that, it's not like any of those enemies are rare. Like, you're gonna have liches. Whoa, shit, sorry if that was loud. I have this this heavy stone egg thing that I've had forever, and I just dropped it. Anyway, yeah, I don't know. That's something that I've kind of talked about for a while. The clipping saves your ears. Well, hey, you know what? The fact that I turned down the output, the outbound, probably helped as well. But yeah, I doubt that they fixed clowns. Throw clown pie. Strangely delicious pie. An insubstantial wisp. Yeah, I mean that is rough stuff, man. I really do think that should be like, hey, you're transforming. Would you like to drink a cancellation? Would you like to read tally? Would you like to read blink? You know what I mean? Like, give the player a chance to do something about it. Or, like, even, you could use that last turn to take out everything on the screen with a spell or something, You could use that last turn to use, like, Zin's Sanctuary, But I guess that's too interactive. Anyway, I enjoyed myself today. We got 2 runes. I was planning on making a little more progress. Oh, I remember that level where yeah, that was from that was actually from, I don't know if that went in until the second game. I think that contingency and things like that, and that's straight from D&D actually. Really cool stuff. I always enjoyed the idea of a spell that... but the thing is, once BG2 was out, you could get the BG2 spells in Baldur's Gate 1 if you knew some tricks. The last in the series, sadly, it never continued. Yeah, except for throwing a bale. Anyway, hey, I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Feel free to toss me a follow, because I will be continuing this run, until it's done, as every single one of my streams. We have 10 more runes to get. They're going to come faster as we go into Extended. I expect we will probably get most, if not all of them in the next session, but, we'll probably get, like, all of the Hells or all of Pandemonium at least, that, kind of a set. But we'll kind of see where the game takes us. I will probably spend a chunk of time farming Abyss, because it's like, Extended is so silly these days. I don't want to do it without all the tools available to me. Unfollowing and following didn't trigger the thing. Yeah, I don't think it I don't think it does that. Streamlabs too smart. Anyway, that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. It was actually good talking to some of you guys. I always appreciate a good conversation. Until next time, I am signing out. Did you know that there are many ways that you can help support this channel? Read about them on rosecrypto.com/support. At Rose Crypto, you can learn all about cool things like the Brave web browser, Bitcoin, and other cryptocurrencies. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe.